Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and welcome back to the second episode of our Back to Basics Road to Glory. We're going to start off here by just discarding the low rated players that we're never really going to use, and we have, there's no reason for keeping them in the squad because we wanted to shore up our defence and get another centre back, to get a first centre back actually, because despite the fact we were scoring goals, we were leaking a lot of goals as well, and I just wanted one player with a bit of pace to kind of, stop us conceding these 8 or 9 goals that we did in the last episode. So we just discard enough players to get ourselves a player, and we go out and get Campagnaro, the Argentine centre-back for Napoli, and now he's got pretty good stats, 72 pace and 83 defending, as well as 81 heading, and for only 500 coins, that's an absolute bargain. So we go into our first game here against a 4-5-1 squad. Pretty interesting hybrid. He's got a lot of pace on the wings in Gonzalez and Bistrov, and he's got Eto up front. So I was expecting a tough game, but we actually take the lead here through our GT, our bronze Australian striker. And it was the first time we've ever taken the lead in this series, so it was a nice change from conceding in the 5th minute. And it was a pretty good header. This guy was a good player definitely, but I don't know if he struggled, maybe it was a handicap, maybe it wasn't. But we managed to hold him out until the 45th minute here, and he just gets a bit lucky. Eto comes back on side there and just slots it past our keeper. It was frustrating goal to concede in the 45th minute because it broke a bit of our momentum, and it was a bit disappointing, but we actually get another goal back here. Armstrong plays in Nicholas Bentner, who contributes only his second action in as many games, and celebrates like a tit. It was a nice finish on his left foot, but Bentner, I just wasn't feeling. He was a bit too static on the ball and his finishing wasn't great, and his first touch was bloody awful. But he does, it gives us a goal here and a 2-1 lead, and we managed to hold on to that lead until the 77th minute here, when Bistrov plays in Eto and he gets a bit unlucky with Campagnaro's tackle, and he plays it into Kanzuki Honda, and it was so frustrating to concede that goal, because if we could have just held on for a little bit longer, we wouldn't have conceded that goal as well as this goal, because the momentum he got from the Honda goal just gave him an opportunity to go and get the goal with Danny, and our defence was just too poor to hold out. So it was an encouraging game because we only lost 3-2 to a 99 chem gold squad. And we still only have 2 gold players and 45 chemistry. But we go and get rid of Nicholas Bentner. We only lose about 80 coins on him because he just didn't have enough there, and he was, he wasn't the target man I was hoping he was. So we go out and get Diego Milito instead, who's a bit of a FIFA Ultimate Team legend. He was an absolute beast on FIFA 11, I think it was, and he's a beast this year as well. He's got 80 shooting, 80 pace, 70 passing, and 80 heading. So he was the exact target man we needed. And also we go and pick out a massive bargain here for Andre Diaz for only 350 coins. Another centre back with 83 defending and 81 heading. A little less pace than Campagnaro, but it was just good to have two pretty good defending centre backs to kind of stop ourselves conceding 9 and 10 goals as we did in the previous episode. So we were making real steps here, and we come up against Manchester United FC and Trapdoor Burke, I think it was his gamer tag. And this guy has got a half Man United squad, half German squad, and a bit of Portuguese in there as well, because he's got Carvalho and Bruno Alves at the back. 2 silvers though, so he was slightly closer to me, and he didn't have 99 chem, he only had 97 chem. So I was not really sure what to expect from this game, and Ashley Young here does get him an early goal. There's not too much you can do against Ashley Young. Pace is one of the things that isn't least affected by chemistry, and Ashley Young has it in abundance. So it was frustrating, but I don't think it was a fair reflection of the game, and he does actually go and get another one here from Ashley Young. A nice ball to Closer, and then Closer sweats it back across to him because my defenders just couldn't catch up. But it really wasn't reflective of how the game had actually gone, and we actually go and get ourselves a goal that we really did deserve. And it's De Gite here running down the left hand side, a pretty good run. He puts it back to Schniedelhart, our bronze rated German in the middle, and it was actually a really nice header and a really nice goal to get back, and as I said, it was no less than we deserve really. This guy wasn't the greatest player, he wasn't the worst, but he wasn't good enough really for us to justify losing to. And Diego Milito here makes the most of a lovely pass from De Gite and just smashes it in with his right foot. An absolutely beastly finish there from Milito, and his first for the club on his debut. Much better than Bentner did in the fucking 2 games Bentner played. So we were back in the game, and as I keep saying, we really did deserve it. I wasn't going to let this one slip, and I was going to keep up the pressure because this guy's defence was faltering a bit. And we get a bit lucky here with Schneelhart, who actually gets his second goal of the game. And it's a clinical finish for a 60 rated bronze midfielder. I was pretty happy with that. And we were in the 78th minute. We only had 12 minutes to hold out, and this guy wasn't really creating any problems. So we go on and actually win this game 3-2. Our first victory of the series, 5 games in. I was pretty happy with that. I mean, we deserved it. And now we had enough goal players to start really challenging our opponents. I was pretty happy with that. And we go out and sign Matteo Destro here for 450 coins. He's got 79 on the top layer of his stats there for both dribbling and pace, I think it is, and 74 shooting and 78 heading as well. So he's a pretty nice all-round card, and a player who I think could definitely get us a couple of goals in the next couple of episodes, because he has the stats to work well with Milito, and Milito actually has 9 chem now because of our Argentine cam on one side. So it was looking pretty good, and we actually come up here against a guy with a starter pack, which is a nice relief from all these 99 chem teams we've been playing. And I'm not gonna lie, I would have been gutted if we'd done anything other than smash this guy, and we make a pretty early job of it. 2 minutes into the game, a bit of luck there from Milito, and he just smashes it in. He's not going to miss from there. He's a pretty damn clinical striker. And this guy, I felt a bit sorry for him, but in this situation, you've just got to endure a bit. You're never going to win. You're never going to win with 45 chem bronze sides. And this guy does the worst thing you can do when you've just started out on FIFA. He decides to quit out after an Andre Diaz header. And it's just stupid, because you're going to end up with a tiny DNF, so you're limiting your coins. You still get the loss, whatever happens, and all your players slowly run out of contracts. It's just a complete idiot move, to be honest. And when you're doing these back to basics type road to glories, you've just got to endure. And eventually, because luckily we're at a point of the game where it's quite cheap. Players are quite cheap. You can end up building a pretty good squad in maybe a season or two on this game, and then you can go from there. So we only got 159 coins out of that, which was pretty frustrating to say the least. But we get another win, and we actually end this episode with 2 wins to 4 losses, which is not too bad considering, we still got 52 chemistry and a load of pretty average bronzes. So to end the game. To end the series like that, end the episode like that, I was pretty happy. We're just going to discard a couple more players here, a couple more of the lower pace, useless players, in order to get a couple of maybe Italian or Serie A bronzes in to get our chemistry up. But thanks guys for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next episode, and thank you guys for watching.